What's up, guys? We're going to talk about being able to go 7 minutes hard or 6 minutes hard through your match, blow through it, and what do they do? What does the top guys do so they can last that long? They're not getting gassed at the end of the match. So, number one thing, cardio in the morning. So that's your runs, your sprints, your aerodyne, your elliptical, your jump rope, your bike. I mean, these are all things you can do in the morning. Your swims. So those things, everyone does them. You got to do them. So if you want to be on their level, got to do those. Drilling habits. Drilling habits is the next one. So you're drilling. A lot of guys drill a little slow and move and not hit the right moves, and they kind of slow down and they let the guy down on the mat pretty easy, and then they get up and they fix their shoe, they tie it, they fix their sock, they adjust their headgear, they stretch out their shirt, they roll the arms out. I mean, these are things maybe at the beginning, but once you're starting going, it's a constant movement. So you're taking the guy down, you're running through him, you're putting him down, he's bouncing up, he's knee sliding, cutting away, coming back at you, and your setups are long. It's chain wrestling. It comes from the partner too. The partner's fighting you a little bit. He's giving you different feels. Maybe he hard sprawls and you have to come up through him, or he funk rolls, goes underneath, or he hits the mat, comes right back up. So there's different things that you have to have a good partner to go back and forth, and he has to have that good wind to come at you, and you have to come back at him. So that's a good one. Your hands are always on him, coming up in your stance. I mean, these are just good practice room habits to do. So hard drilling. The next one, when you're doing live, so live in practice is a great time to get that good blow, that hard blow in, and put yourself underneath. So put yourself under the gun, as in take your shots, all right? You're going to wrestle hard, put yourself in situations to win. If you're holding the headgears, if you're holding on, if you're tight, if you just lock on the legs or hold the guy on his back and just hold him there and let that time tick, that stuff, it's not going to help you during the match. So if you go underneath a guy 100 times, you know that feeling. The difference is if you go underneath him 5 times. So the guy who went underneath and shot 100 different times and felt that live feel of somebody is going to know that shot so much better, and it's a lot harder on your body, and you're tense, and you're getting that takedown when you're tired. When the third period hits and you need that takedown, that's when you get it. Coming to competition, so during matches, after matches, really, matches are tough, right? Live matches during tournaments and stuff, that's just a different feel. You go a little harder during those matches. So after that match, so you're done with your tournament, you're done with your duel, 30 minutes of hard sprints, getting that lungs burning, getting those legs burning, because you're already tired. There's no way to match it outside of live competition, just giving yourself everything and blowing it out, because you want to collapse, but that's the time to get better. Next one is what you put in your body. So if you're putting bad fuel, so we'll just take food as fuel. If you're putting bad fuel in your body, you're going to get bad results. So if you're McDonald's or the fast food stuff, or high sugar and high fat, I mean, these things, there's lots of different diets, but at the end of the day, you probably shouldn't have 2-3 nights out eating garbage food. All right, so garbage in, garbage out, easy thing. Think of it as fuel. If you put good fuel in your body, you're gonna get good stuff out. The final one is efficiency. So this is one that people don't really think about as much. If you're efficient at your movements, your body is able to relax during wrestling. So if you're scared, if you don't know, a lot of people have like those I'm so tense because I don't know what's going to happen, because you don't know wrestling as well as you should. So like if you say boxing is a great example. If you put a boxer, he can go 25 minutes in a boxing ring, fine, movement, smooth, boom, boom, boom. You put him in a wrestling match and he's going to be gassed in about a minute. Same thing, you put a wrestler in a boxing match, he's going to be so tight because if he relaxes, he knows he's just going to punch in the face. But if you know your movements, if you know, okay, if I'm in this tie, this is the things that he can do, and that comes from reps, that comes from mat time, that comes from a lot of different things, and really, if you're drilling hard and you put yourself underneath, you know how to use your muscles when. So I'm not going to be tight the whole match and using all that strength and the whole time. I'm going to be relaxed for most of it, and then when I want to score, that's when I get tense and run through stuff and get hard on the guy. So those are just a couple ways you guys can practice. Very easy change that everyone can do. So this is not like a secret thing. Everyone can do these things and get better and run through that 6 minutes or 7 minutes, whatever you got.